tells us. Tulsidas is the writer of this Ramcharitmanas, and he is expressing through the lips of all of these the great narration, and he's saying through Sumatra, he's speaking. Tulsidas tells us. This servant was deeply pained by what he saw, and his face all changed. What that luster that was in his face is no longer there. And he folded his hands and he addressed in very piteous tone his master. That would have been his master, Sri Ram, the king to be. But now he is banished. But he has the same respect and honor for him. And he folds his hand in deep regret as to what has happened, and expressing this pain that he's feeling. He put his hands together and he says, Nata kahevu asa kosalanata layrata jahu Rama kesata. He says he received instruction from the king to take him to the forest, because that was the request that was made, and the king had to do that. So he asked him to take Sri Ram to the forest. He says, Layrat, Rat means a chariot. He says, Layrat Jagal Rama Kesata. Take this chariot and go with Sri Ram to the forest. So he could only obey the instructions. There is nothing else that he could do. But he knows the problems that Sri Ram would face, and actually himself as the advisor to the king. And when you are deeply attached to someone and you see they are in distress, you begin to feel that kind of distress. You are able to empathize with them because of your close association with them. And same can be said of Sumatra. So he continues. What else did the king tell him? Now I told you the king was acting in two capacities here. As a king, he had to give the instructions, though they were very difficult to deal with. He had to do it. But as a father, things are a bit different. And sometimes when you are in that position, it puts you between a rock and a hard place whenever such a situation arises. And that was what happened to King Dashrath. So he continues, what other advice, or what other instructions did he give Sumatra, his servant, to give to Sri Ram? Tulsidas tells us in Chopai. Ban dekhai sud sarik and Hawaii, an in feri begi do bhai. He said, escort both the brothers, that's Ram and Lakshman, and let them bathe in the Ganga. The Ganga is one of the holy rivers. In all philosophies you have holy rivers spoken about. So he says, let them go and have a bath in the Ganga. And and then speedily bring back both brothers home. This is the father talking, not the king. He says, after they have taken bath, the people know they went there, bring them back home. So, all of us would be in that situation at some point in time, where you want to defy the law because of your association with your child. He was supposed to go there for 14 years. But he tells Sumatra, when you go, let them bathe in the Ganga. They are in the forest now and bring them back home. He says, Lakhan Uram Masya Ane Huperi Sanshaya Sakala Sankocha Niveri. He's saying, he says, do bring Lakshman and Ram and Sita back. But Lakhan Uram Masya Ane Peri. He says, setting the rest, all the doubts and scruples. Set aside all the doubts and scruples. The scruples refer to all what you're supposed to do. Give that a goodbye and bring them back home. Sometimes a man lives with lots of scruples, but when he is in a jam, he himself breaks the scruples. The same thing that he is adhering to at one point in time and asking everyone to adhere to that, because of the reverse of the situation, he wants to break what he has. He doesn't want to honor that anymore, because he is in a very tight situation. Such was the situation here. So we look at the role of the king as father and as the king. As a king, you have to uphold all the whatever is to be done according to the law. But as father, the emotions are completely different. So Tulsidas tells us in this Doha. So he tells Shri Ram what the father has said. And this is the way he says.